Hi friends, and welcome to your yoga practice. My name is Janine, and thank you so much for joining me here today. Today's practice is all about finding balance. So during those times when maybe we're feeling a little dysregulated and we need to come back home to ourselves and take some time for some slow, conscious breath and movement and find our center again, our equilibrium. So that's my invitation for you today, is throughout this practice to really tap inward and to think about your breath through your movement and how you can better center yourself. So there's lots of different reasons why maybe we can be feeling a little dysregulated, but I find that a yoga practice where we can really tap inward and move through our postures, following our breath, can really help to bring us back home into our beautiful bodies again. So let's begin. We're going to start today's practice with one of my favorite breathing exercises. Maybe you've done this one before, but it's called Nadi Shodhana. It's an alternate nostril breathing exercise. And it can really help to balance out both sides of our brain, to balance out the feminine and the masculine. It can also help to really just clear out all of these chaotic thoughts that might be going on, or as some people say, clear out the cobwebs that are happening up here, that is our monkey mind. It can also be really nice if you're feeling a little headachy. It can help to calm the nervous system. So we'll begin by bringing our thumb and our ring finger. These are going to be the two fingers that plug either side of our nose. We'll take our pointer finger and our middle finger and we'll rest those two fingers in between the third eye center here. So to begin, bring your fingers up between the eyebrows, closing down the eyes. And let's just take a big, deep round of breath. So breathing in through the nose and out. So go ahead and plug your right nostril with your thumb, breathing in through the left. Once you're full at the top, pausing there, you're going to plug your left nostril with that ring finger, unplugging the right nostril and breathing out. At the bottom of your breath, pause here, and then inhale through that same nostril. Once you're full at the top, plug your right nostril and breathe out the left. At the bottom of that breath, pausing for a moment, breathing in through the left nostril. At the top of the breath, pausing as you switch, breathing out through the right. Continue to breathe through that nostril in. At the top, switching. And you'll continue like this for a few rounds. So don't worry about how long each breath is. Once you're full at the top of the breath, then you'll switch. So take a few moments here. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Taking one more full round. And once you're breathing out of that left nostril, you can release your hand down to your knee and return to your natural rhythm of breath. So keeping your eyes closed down here and just noticing perhaps any shifts or changes that have occurred. And you can blink your eyes open if you have them closed. And we'll begin our movement practice. So go ahead and roll over onto your hands and knees, taking your time, setting yourself up in a tabletop. So pushing equally into both hands, stacking your shoulders about over your wrists and your hips about in line with your knees. And from here, we'll just get into a couple balancing poses. So go ahead and reach your right arm out in front of you. So just taking a moment here, noticing the weight that you're putting into your left hand now. And releasing that, we'll switch. So go ahead and lift your left arm up, bringing it out in front of you. Taking a breath and noticing now the weight in your right hand. And we'll do the same with our legs now. So kicking your right leg back behind you and just noticing how that changes things in the weight on your left side. Releasing that and switching, bringing your left leg out behind you. Taking a breath here and releasing. So we'll combine those now. So reaching with your right arm out in front of you, kick your left leg back at the same time. So looking straight down so your neck is long. Just noticing again the shift in weight from both your left hand to your right knee. Breathing in here and exhale as you begin to round everything together, bringing your elbow towards your knee, coming into a cat-like shape. Inhale as you reach it back out and exhale to round. We'll do that a couple times. So following your breath, inhaling as you reach and exhaling as you curl everything in. One more time. And releasing, coming back to your tabletop. We'll do that on the other side. So reach your left arm out in front of you, kicking your right leg back this time. Just staying here for a moment and noticing the difference. And when you're ready, on your exhale, we're going to round everything forward, bringing your knee towards your elbow. Inhaling to reach out and exhaling to round. So noticing the difference on this side, noticing if you're a little more unstable or shaky. I know I am on this side. So just observe. One more time, wherever you are, reaching out on your inhale and exhaling to round. Releasing that, coming back to your tabletop. And from here, we're going to tuck our toes back behind us and just begin to push yourself up and back into a downward facing dog. So taking a moment here in your first downward dog to maybe bend into one knee and then the other. Let your head be heavy here. Just feeling into this full body stretch, pushing the ground away from you. Breathing deeply. And when you're ready, we're going to walk it forward, taking your time to the top of the mat and finding yourself in a forward fold. Maybe grab onto opposite elbows and just sway side to side. Let yourself feel the opening that is beginning to happen in the back body. Again, let your head be heavy, maybe rock it, yes or no. And slowly releasing that, we're gonna roll ourselves up to standing, coming into our mountain pose, Tadasana. So just taking a moment here, maybe bringing your weight into your toes, and then bringing it back into your heels, bringing your weight over to your right foot, and over to your left foot. So just finding your center here, creating some balance so that you can find your equilibrium. You can find that center point. Taking a big breath in and out. So finding your center here in your stillness. On your inhale, we'll bend our knees and reach our hands up towards the sky. Palms touch. Exhale to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhaling your hands, circling them up towards the sky, and exhale, bringing it to heart center. From here, we're gonna pick up our right foot and we're gonna step it back on a 45-degree angle, coming into Warrior Two. So your back foot is facing the long edge of the mat. You're gonna bend deeply into that left knee. And from here, when you feel stable, begin to grow your arms long, coming into that full Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. So watch that your shoulders aren't creeping up towards your ear, bring them back. Hug your scapula in towards one another. Be nice and strong through this warrior. Maybe your gaze is looking out between that pinky or that middle finger. Or maybe your head is staying neutral here, and that's all good too. Taking one more big breath in. And on your exhale, we'll drop our right arm back behind us, reaching our left arm up, coming into a reverse warrior. Exhale as you bring your left elbow onto your left knee, reaching your right arm up, coming into a supported side angle. Big breath in, open the chest, maybe look up. And exhale to bring it back up into your Warrior Two. We're gonna lengthen that front leg, turning our toes in, and we're coming into a wide-legged stance. Bring your hands to your hips, grow yourself nice and tall, shine your heart towards the sky, and exhale as you hinge forward with the hips, bending the knees as much as you need to dive yourself forward into your forward fold. From here, maybe bring your hands out in front of you. Adjust yourself as you need to. Maybe your stance needs to be wider or shorter, depending on your anatomy. And just fold, let your head be heavy here. Maybe crawl your hands back in between your legs if that feels good. Taking 2 rounds of breath here. And we'll slowly begin to lift the torso up, maybe bringing your hands back onto the hips, bending your knees slightly as you lift your torso up, back to standing in your wide-legged stance. Gonna heel toe our feet in towards one another just till they're about hip distance apart. We'll have our toes out, heels in, and you can begin to squat down, coming into Malasana, yogi squat. So maybe your hands are at heart center and your elbows are pushing into the knees. Or perhaps your fingertips are out in front of you, grazing the earth. Maybe your hips are high up here today, and that's all good. But wherever you are, let your hips be heavy. Maybe push into the outer edges of the feet. And take a big breath in and out. On your next inhale, we'll bring our hands to the mat, lifting the hips up, bringing the toes in towards each other and folding. We'll come into a halfway lift from here. Just grow your spine nice and long, and exhale to fold. Begin to roll yourself back up to standing, finding yourself in that Tadasana mountain pose. So if you're at the long edges of the mat like I am, go ahead and step yourself to the top of your mat in your mountain pose. And we'll do that flow again. So inhale your hands up towards the sky, palms touch. Exhale to heart center. One more time, inhale your hands up. And exhale, heart center. Go ahead and step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat, turning your toes to face the long edge of the mat and setting yourself up for warrior two on the second side. Go ahead and grow your arms long. Find your stability through the lower body, bending deeply into that right knee, taking a big breath in here. Exhale, where can you soften? Let's drop that left arm this time to the outer edge of your leg as you reach your right arm up towards the sky, reverse warrior. Big breath in. Exhale, bring your right elbow to your right knee, reach your left arm up and overhead. Let your chest be open here. And inhale to lift yourself back up, letting your leg grow long here, and you can swivel it so you're turning to the long edge of the mat, setting yourself up for a wide-legged fold here. Once again, so hands to the hips, hinge forward, folding down. Maybe your hands want to come to your outer calves. Maybe they want to hold onto your ankles this time. Wherever you are, let your head be heavy. A few breaths here. We're going to plant our right hand right down in front of us and reach the left arm up and overhead, coming into a twist. Big breath in. And releasing on your exhale, replacing that right hand with your left to reach your right up towards the sky. Taking one full breath here. And exhale, releasing that. We're going to slowly begin to lift ourselves up, bringing your hands to your hips once again, soft bend in the knee, and lift the chest up to standing. We'll heel toe our feet back in towards one another, coming back into that squat. So toes out, heels in, and lower yourself down onto the earth. So maybe your hands are in a prayer pose here. Let's bring our right hand out to the right corner of the mat, and we'll reach the left arm up to the sky, coming into a Malasana twist here. Take a big breath in. And exhale, bringing your hands back to heart center. We'll come into the second side, so reaching your left arm out to the left corner and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Big breath in. And on your exhale, releasing that, bringing your hands to heart center. We'll bring our feet or our legs, our hands back behind us, and we'll just sit ourselves down onto our bum. From here, let's just roll forward so that we're coming back onto our hands and knees. Just a little sway of the hips here to release all that work we just did. And just like the beginning of practice, we're going to find ourselves in those little balance tabletops. So reaching your right arm out in front of you, reaching your left leg back behind you. This time bend at the knee, and you're going to go ahead and reach for your foot. So we're coming into tiger pose. So kicking into your hand as your hand is grabbing onto the foot, reaching your knee up as high as you can. Keeping your neck long here, so looking straight down and breathing into this, feeling that big quad stretch. Finding your balance once again, and release. We'll come into one round of cat and cow, so drop the belly, lift your gaze, and exhale to round everything, bringing your chin to chest. Coming back to neutral, we'll come into our second side, reaching that left arm out in front of us, kicking your right leg back. Go ahead and bend at the knee, reaching back behind you for your foot, and kick your foot into your hand as much as you pull your foot up. Take a big breath in here, lift the knee, and release. Sink your hips to your heels, walk your hands out in front of you, and sink yourself down into a child's pose. Taking 3 rounds of breath here. Maybe growing your breath. So inhaling deeply and exhaling, maybe allowing for your exhale to be just a second longer. So as we slow things down, let yourself breathe deeply. Let your exhale nourish the body and soothe the system. And when you're ready, we're going to push ourselves up to a seat. So walking your hands back towards you so that you can sit onto your heels. And we'll close our practice here, maybe bringing your palms on top of your thighs with your palms facing up. And again, just taking a few more conscious breaths. So deeply breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. Let's bring our hand over our heart center. Just feeling into that heartbeat as we breathe. Just a symbol of home. This beautiful heart that beats on and keeps us going. Even when we're feeling a little out of balance, a little dysregulated. Perhaps coming back to the simple heartbeat can bring us into our present moment and center us once again. Bring your hands to heart center now, dipping your chin towards your chest and giving yourself some love and gratitude for taking this time for you. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for joining me for this balancing practice. I hope that it felt good in your body and that you're feeling a little more centered. So please leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought of this practice. And as always, it was a pleasure to be your guide. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I will see you in the next one.